So we're always told to just focus, right? But what's actually going on in our brains when we try or, when we totally fail to? In this explainer, we're going to peek inside the mind to see the hidden machinery that controls what you see, what you learn, and yeah, ultimately what you can achieve. Oh man, you know this feeling. You're sitting there, your eyes are moving across the words, you get to the bottom, you turn the page, and then it hits you. You have absolutely no clue what you just read. It's like your brain was just completely checked out. This isn't just you, by the way. It's an incredibly common and super frustrating human experience. So that thing, it actually has a name. It's called mind wandering. And here's the wild part. Cognitive scientists say this is actually your brain's default mode. It's the place your mind goes back to whenever it's not locked onto a specific task. So it's not really a failure, it's just your brain's natural resting state. But, and this is a big but, this default state comes with some real costs. When your mind wanders off while you're trying to read, you just don't absorb the information. You can't form those crisp, clear memories because your brain isn't building the connections. And that makes learning anything new, whether it's for school, work, or a hobby, way more difficult. And you guessed it, you end up making a lot more mistakes. Okay, so if mind wandering is our brain's default setting, how do we ever get anything done? Well, the answer is this really powerful tool our brain has. Think of it like a focus filter. The science behind it is called selective attention. Selective attention is basically our mental spotlight. It's this incredible ability the brain has to shine a bright, powerful beam on just one thing, while letting everything else just fade into the background. It's how you can actually follow a single conversation in a loud, crowded party, or get totally lost in a good book on a noisy bus. This whole process works in about 3 steps. First, you've got overload. Your brain is just getting bombarded every single second with thousands of inputs from your eyes, your ears, everything. Then comes selection. The boss of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, points its spotlight at one thing it decides is important right now. And finally, focus. It actively turns down the volume on everything else, creating this clear signal out of all that noise. And this quote from the cognitive psychologist Anne Treisman just nails it. It's such a profound idea. Our attention isn't just passively filtering things, it's actively building our reality. What you choose to focus on from one moment to the next literally becomes the world you experience. But as we all know way too well, this focus filter is under constant attack. And these attacks come from 2 main enemies: the distractions outside of us and the distractions inside of us. So yeah, the attacks come from 2 directions. First, you've got your sensory or external distractions. This is the world around you. The loud talker in the cubicle next to you, the uncomfortable chair you're in, your phone buzzing. But then there's the second and much more powerful type, emotional or internal distractions. This is the world inside you, all your worries, your random thoughts, or maybe replaying an argument you had earlier. Now, we love to blame our environment, right? The notifications, the noise, the interruptions. But the science is really clear on this one. The single biggest challenge to our attention doesn't come from the world around us. It comes from the emotional chaos inside our own heads. And that brings us to the real battleground. Seriously, the most important fight for your focus isn't happening out there. It's happening inside your own mind. Just look at the difference in power here. The bar for sensory noise is pretty small. With enough effort, you can usually tune out a nearby conversation. But the bar for emotional turmoil? Whoa, it's massive. These internal signals are just so much harder to ignore. Here's the perfect example. Picture yourself in a noisy, chaotic room, and you are totally dialed in on what you're doing. But then you hear someone, even faintly, say your name, and boom, your attention is instantly hijacked. You can't not listen. That's the power of an emotional signal. And this isn't some kind of design flaw. It's actually a survival feature. Our brains literally evolved to treat emotional signals as urgent, top priority messages. Hearing your name, sensing danger, thinking about a conflict, these things grab our attention because for thousands of years, our survival and our place in the tribe depended on noticing them. The problem is, in our modern world, we can get stuck. When these emotional thoughts barge in and just refuse to leave, it leads to what scientists call fruitless rumination. You're just stuck in the same loop of worry, going over it again and again without getting anywhere. And all that anxiety just eats up your mental energy and tanks your performance.
Okay, so understanding this internal battle is so important because winning it is the foundation for being great at pretty much anything. So let's talk about the ultimate payoff of having strong focus.
Just look at this. It's like we're standing at a fork in the road. On the left, with weak focus and a wandering mind, our learning is shallow, our memories are fuzzy, and we make more mistakes. But on the right, with strong, full attention, you get deep understanding, your brain builds strong connections, and the result is high performance. The quality of your focus directly maps to the quality of your work. It's that simple. It's really a chain reaction, and it always starts with that first foundational skill. Sharp focus leads to deeper learning. Deeper learning builds stronger memories, and stronger memories drive peak performance. See, it all starts with the quality of your attention. So this really brings us to the core message here. Even though we don't always see the connection, this subtle skill, the ability to choose where you put your focus and keep it there, is the single most important hidden ingredient for achieving excellence. And here's the most empowering part of all this science. Attention isn't some fixed thing you're born with. It's a skill. It's a mental muscle. And every single time you notice your mind has wandered off and you gently bring it back, you're doing a rep. You can train it, you can strengthen it, and you can make it more powerful. By the way, the insights in this explainer are drawn from the fantastic work of Daniel Goleman in his book, Focus, The Hidden Driver of Excellence. It's definitely worth a read if you want to go deeper on this stuff. So if you take just one thing away from all this, please let it be this. We spend so much energy trying to fix our environment, silencing our phones, finding quiet rooms. And look, that stuff helps, but it's not the main event. The real battle is internal. The distractions that truly throw us off course, the worries, the anxieties, the daydreams, they come from within. Mastering your focus is really about learning how to manage your own internal world. And knowing that, well, it kind of shifts the responsibility, but it also gives you all the power. The ability to direct this incredible mental muscle is yours. So the next time you find yourself reading that page and remembering nothing, you'll know the real fight isn't on the page. It's inside your mind. The only question left is, where are you going to aim your focus?